You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 19th of June, 2026. It is 91 days after the spring equinox. It is 2 days before the summer solstice. Today is Juneteenth in the United States. In today's episode, Christian anniversaries, the Three Stooges, Salman Rushdie, and a reflection on Juneteenth. The sun rises today at 5:24 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:57 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:30 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 9:04 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:46 p.m. The length of daytime today is 7 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 27% full at midday. The moon rises today at 10:33 a.m. and then it sets after midnight. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 2:11 a.m., 1 meter 71. In the morning, low tide, 8:27 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 2:54 p.m., 1 meter 58. In the evening, low tide, 8:46 p.m., 21 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, is it right to groom your dog in the park? Quite a few people bring their dogs to Socrates Sculpture Park, and they park themselves on benches and use wire combs to stroke out shedding fur, and then they leave clumps of dog hair lying all around the lawn. On the face of it, this is pretty gross, with tufts of discarded dog fur lying about after they are done. But if you consider the birds, perhaps it's a kindness, because dog fur makes a lovely, soft lining to a nest, so the birds probably appreciate it. Still, seeing all that dog hair scattered about strikes us as a symbol of entitlement. Commemorations. Milestones in the history of Christianity. On this day in the year 325, the First Council of Nicaea adopted the Nicene Creed. It defined the Christian God as a unity of three persons, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It codified classic Christian theology. But on this day in 1785, King's Chapel in Boston, which had been an Anglican congregation, adopted a revised prayer book, omitting the Nicene Creed. That made it the first Unitarian church in the United States. Today is also the birthday of French philosopher Blaise Pascal, born this day in 1623. He proposed what is called Pascal's wager. It stated that you should try to believe in the Christian God. If there is no God, you haven't lost much, a bit of your freedom perhaps. But if there is a God, you can go to heaven and avoid hell. So, he argued, it's better safe than sorry. We offer no advice on this question. Today we remember Moses Harry Horwitz, born this day in 1897 in Brooklyn. Known by his stage name, Mo Howard, he was the leader of the Three Stooges. Larry, Moe, and Curly charmed audiences from the 1930s to the 1950s by turning slapstick comedy into an art form. Their physical comedy and absurdist humor shaped American culture. Remember Mo today. Today we wish a happy birthday to Salman Rushdie, born this day in 1947 in Mumbai. His 1981 novel, Midnight's Children, won the Booker Prize, but it was his fourth novel, The Satanic Verses, from 1988, that shaped the rest of his life. It earned him a fatwa from the Ayatollah Khomeini in Iran that sentenced him to death. He had to be largely in hiding for many years, and in 2022, an attacker tried to kill him at a public event. He was stabbed and lost an eye, but he survived. A warning about religious extremism. And so we wish Salman Rushdie a happy birthday today. Today is Juneteenth, the anniversary of the day in 1865 that Union troops arrived in Texas and put the Emancipation Proclamation into force, freeing the slaves in that state. Ever since, it has been observed annually in black communities around the nation. Celebrations have had the character of community gatherings, and they have featured communal meals, learning, and a recommitment to activism. Red foods are traditionally served, including watermelon, strawberries, barbecue, and red velvet cake. The color signifies resilience amid bondage. Within black communities, it is both a celebration of liberation and a day of remembrance for the suffering of the enslaved. Now that it is a federal holiday, the rest of the nation is trying to understand how best to celebrate the holiday. One tradition that we will honor today is reading the order promulgated on this day. Headquarters District of Texas, Galveston, Texas, June 19, 1865. General Orders. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired laborer. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts, and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. By order of Major General Granger. Alternate side of the street parking is suspended today in honor of Juneteenth. In the World Cup, the USA faces Australia today in Seattle. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 19th of June, 2026.